coming up on the Grandpa Joe Show, we have a new delivery for our live shot service. We'll be testing a new cables, actually that was designed by GoPro, which I found quite interesting, which is right there as you can see right now. Yes, it actually has RCA cables on it, which is a blessing to us. But otherwise, coming up on the Grandpa Joe Show,
we're going to do a range test with the new cabling, the receiver and transmitter again, because we haven't really perfected that yet. Also, I was thinking about doing a little a thing about "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening," where I'll talk about times when we were touched by the Holy Spirit, and we also will be talking about
live streaming during our vacation, which we will talk about more as we get into the show. And we will actually enjoy some of this spring weather as we're doing this range test.
It's such a welcome relief that we're having some spring weather around here. It's been one long cold winter.
And I will explain why we've been getting extended cold. And as the Grandpa Joe Show starts right now, a very action-packed episode to say. So we will begin by our review and unpackaging of the GoPro Hero 3 series combo cable. Grandpa, take it away.
Here we go. We're gonna give this thing a try. Rip open this thing. As you know, when we do this stuff on the Grandpa Joe Show, we do it like right now. So you're experimenting right along with us. It looks like, you know how good they always package stuff these days, but if you're a guy, you ought to know that you got to have a pocket knife. Nowadays, you probably can't hardly carry a pocket knife, or somebody will probably think you're a terrorist. But here we go. I got a pocket knife, and we're gonna give this thing a try. We'll first just try it out right inside the house.
And I got my GoPro as well in here, which, if you're viewing this in the future, the potential of some St. Rose Road to Recovery videos were all shot with this GoPro. But now we're adding it to our fleet of live shot equipment.
Okay. Yeah, because we kind of like the picture quality of the GoPro better than the
Handycam from
old Handycam. Although there's definitely still going to be some uses for that Handycam.
There is still going to be uses for it.
Okay. Now,
let's turn the other webcam over to this. Hopefully this doesn't get loud on the mic as I move this around. But here it is. So we have now the webcam pointed toward the good old GoPro, which has seen some wear and tear over the years of owning it, including when it fell once. It took a mighty fall. If you can see, the LCD got a little bit damaged from it, but it's not to the point where it doesn't work anymore. That's fine. Okay. Oop.
Yeah, it takes one more fall.
Takes one more. Just like this slight little fall that breaks the entire lens. But no. This thing is nice and durable.
Yeah. Okay, you do the plugging in, because you're the master at plugging all this stuff in.
So it's like I'll try to keep this pointed towards the camera at least while plugging this in. So if
there's one thing I didn't think about. Do you have the battery and everything for the transmitter set up?
I can go get that later, but what we're doing right now is that you can see now this thing is plugged in on the GoPro side, and now if we turn it back to alright, so as we do this now, we are going to plug this into. Oh wait, yeah. Okay.
Are we going to plug it
direct
into the receiver?
Yeah, we could plug this directly into the receiver for an initial test.
Right.
And
That way we'll know that it functions, and then we can go to the transmitter.
Yep, so now we can do this. Do the plugging in of the trio of RCA connectors. So now we will connect this into the capture device, and then we will turn on the GoPro immediately after. So then this is the moment of truth. Let me turn the GoPro on. Point it up. There we go. Flashes. I have the sound turned off, by the way. Oh no, I forgot to replace the battery. Alright. We'll have to do this quick. But let me turn it back. Let's actually go into dual window for this, and we will get the capture device online here, since I did not do this prior. This could also be the fact that... Yep.
It is working.
Now, the reason why it's a bit choppy is because it's plugged into a USB 2 port on this computer, and obviously USB 2 is not the fastest. So...
Could we have plugged it into a different USB port?
Yeah, we can plug it into a USB 3 port, and then I would have to take apart. Actually, let me plug the webcam here for a sec. And then, let's take this apart here.
Okay.
And then let's put it over to here.
And hopefully it...
And then reinitialize it on OBS. Oh. And activate.
And it works.
There you go. Works
Wow.
It works more flawlessly now. There you go. So
still a little stuttery.
Yeah, it sometimes likes to do this on OBS, but trust me, it's going to work better. So obviously we don't want this big thing going on top here. Let me go into this setting here. Well, I should have brought the touchscreen to this, so I'll have to rely on this little thing here, on the little OSD icon here. Let's go into setup. If I remember correctly, OSD is off.
Man, all this different stuff.
There. Now it works better. Now obviously I can crop it so it can fit. So, and obviously I can crop the window there. The little black board is up and below, so it can fit widescreen like this little rectangular thing over here.
I noticed that it's kind of picking up a lot of the light in the room now. Why is it doing so much of that?
It's because this thing, I have the spot meter enabled on this right now, and the spot meter is basically what typical cameras have.
Can you disable that spot meter and let's see what it looks like?
Yeah. Just allow me to go into the settings. Setup. It's like I can't remember off the top of my head, and we need to do this pretty fast before the camera dies, because I forgot to do.
Well, let's get it so we get rid of the spot meter, and then maybe we'll go to a little quick break.
Yeah, so I get to... I keep on going over spot meter, turn that off. There. Now the spot meter is off.
It's still kind of dark. Maybe it's...
There. There it goes. So...
Okay, I guess... There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if I can rip some of that off there. So there you are. This is the GoPro, and obviously I will adjust the black borders and whatnot so it more like fits our thing here. Like I will adjust it so it can fit.
Okay, and that'll be nice for live streaming then, direct to the computer.
Yep. Well, that's not how it works though. But we'll talk about that more off camera because this is not related to the topic right now. But yeah, this is for the live shots to get into the
Live
computer,
shots.
unless you were talking about that.
No, I'm sorry. Live shots, not the live streaming, because live streaming is the internet.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correctly talked about that way. So yeah, that's what we can do. Yep, there we go. Get that.
Okay.
And it's playback. That's what. All right, there. So yep, there we go. It works.
Awesome.
It works, and the battery icon's now flashing. So
Okay,
I
so
will
now
need to shut this off.
our next step is going to be that we'll try to go to live shots.
Yep. So we will be right back once we get this all set up. Well, we could not get the range test, and unfortunately, due to dead GoPro batteries, I did not prep in advance. But we will do the test on the next Grandpa Joe show, which coincidentally I think is Grandpa Joe show number 10.
Yeah.
But anyway, we will move on to the next thing on the topic list.
Okay. I just thought of another thing on the topic list. Remember we were talking about learning how to speak Korean?
Yeah.
Well, it's a funny thing. It's strange, but all of a sudden we had a viewer from South Korea.
That is rather coincidental.
Yeah, very coincidental.
But unfortunately, they did not view episode 8, which is the one that we ended up speaking Korean in. He actually, in fact, viewed number 7.
Right. So anyway, that was interesting. But otherwise, the other thing I was going to talk about was maybe about a month ago, I had said that periodically we might talk about times where we've encountered God or encountered the Holy Spirit. So we'll talk about that because we had said it was going to be called "Speak, Lord, Your Servant is Listening." Well, this was years ago. Harmony and I, she had been going through kind of a spiritual type of thing where she first decided to we started going to church and all that again. We hadn't done that for years, on a regular basis. Well, we decided to go once a month, and I think I might have mentioned that before. Well, anyway, after we started doing that, then it was another for her. Well, now what are we going to do? And then we made a commitment to read the whole Bible. Well, when we made that commitment, it was it was a week before Easter. We decided to start reading the Bible, and it was kind of nice that year for Easter, and we decided to have a campfire out in the backyard, actually the front yard by the lake, and we started up the fire, and it was still daylight, but it was starting to get toward dark, and we started reading the Bible, and just as it was starting to get to be dusk, it was kind of funny because we had made this commitment to God. We said, only you can help us to understand this when we read the Bible. And then as we got everything going out there, next thing you know, a big jet airplane came flying overhead, and I've never seen this before, and I've never seen it since. It had floodlights all over the whole bottom of the plane, back and forth, just like a cross. And it was flying overhead, and to us it seemed like it was in slow motion at the time, but it was just so unusual, and we felt that was a sign from our Lord that He was listening to us, for us to be reading the Bible and to trying to learn more about God. And now you may think that's, once again, you might think that's just, oh yeah, a coincidence. But after you hear this, I'll what would that be? Wager you or tell you to go and you look at some airplanes at night and you see if it's ever lit up where it looks like a cross from the bottom. I mean, completely the whole cross. It's just every single light, every single flood, not just little lights. It was floodlights all across the bottom of the plane, forming a cross in the sky. I've never seen it before, never seen it again. Just that night, and that was our experience, and it was quite an experience. And Harmony could tell you a lot better than me. She was so excited about it, but I am too. But it was just an encounter with the Holy Spirit, with God there, just saying, yes, I'm listening to you, and showing us. But there again, you only see those things if you've encountered God. So there you have it.
Okay. So yeah, that was a very interesting story indeed. So yeah, that was kind of a bit of an interesting story and a very interesting coincidence.
Yep. We've had quite a few of those coincidences. Just like South Korea, but that's not quite the same thing. But that is a coincidence too there. But so anyway, we'd really like to hear somebody else's story. So if you can email us, that'd be great. What else is going on?
So next on the list, we are going to talk about live streaming here on the Grandpa Joe Show. So we have officially decided to and tell everybody that you know right now, from now until August, when we'll be going on vacation. We'll be actually doing a live stream during vacation every couple of nights or something like that, and just kind of like share our experiences and whatnot. It's going to be basically an impromptu Grandpa Joe Show, except it's mainly interaction with you guys, and we're not going to be like really discussing topics. We're just discussing like our experiences and just talk to you guys about stuff and do whatever. And tell everybody now, between now and August. And if you happen to see this video now or in the future, go and just do the exact same thing. Go tell everybody that you know, and make them say that in August, and we don't know what time we're going, what day we're going down.
Yeah, obviously we're going to have to definitely inform you better about what time it would be, because how would you know we're even on?
Yeah. So we'll also set a upcoming live stream thing up on our channel, since YouTube does like to do that. We're going to set it August 2nd, but it will be shifted around, and then we'll determine a time that the live stream will start. So with that, tell everybody that you know in this video. I mean, I'll put in future videos a notification for you guys to do that, just for a visual cue, and because we want to get more people onto the streams and whatnot. And it's gonna be our first ever live stream too, so I mean, why not go off with a bang? So
okay,
yeah, so that's what's going on, and we will notify you more in the upcoming shows up until the vacation. But for now, we will be doing pre-recorded shows, and from that recorded live stream onward, we will only going to be on live streams, and obviously with YouTube, live streams will turn into videos. So it's basically the same fundamental reason, except we're doing it in a different method. And obviously there's going to be times where we're going to answer your guys' comments and whatnot. So, and when you tell your friends and family and whatnot, everybody that you know, just basically tell them just to stick around for future live streams, because I mean, we're only a very small channel right now, a very, very small channel as of right now. So help us kind of like grow.
To do live streaming is going to be a real big commitment.
Yeah.
So I hope I can do it with you. We're going to have to really make a commitment on that one.
Yep. So, just basically do what I said, and obviously we'll put in visual cues at the beginning of the video to tell you, for just a visual cue, so you can basically help our live stream go off with a bang for our first live stream.
Yep. That'd be awesome.
And you got right as of right now 4 months to do it. So you got plenty of time to do this.
Okay.
So without further ado, we will move on to the next topic on this list.
What is the next topic? I don't think there is another one.
Well, I guess. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about why we have been doing this, why we have been having cold weather up here in Wisconsin and neighboring states as well. Well, the science behind that is that we've been doing we've been having a cold snap, and it's because of what's known as the Lake Hudson Low up in Canada, and it's been staying down towards us because there was something called the Greenland High, which you might have heard before, and it's probably more well known. For quite a while, the Greenland High was up in Greenland, of course, and it's never been, and it's never been moving at all. And when high pressures come into contact with low pressures do not move. The low pressures do not move whatsoever, or else they go under, they just go under the high. But in this case, the Lake Hudson Low decided to stay put and give us the extended cold snap well into April.
Oh, so you mean that?
And today it finally moved away.
So Lake Hudson, that's kind of just almost straight east from us, right? Here in Milwaukee?
No.
A little bit northeast?
It's northeast.
A little bit northeast. So then the jet stream kind of was going underneath Lake Hudson, and that's why
the Lake Hudson Low anyway which caused the jet stream to go under.
Right, which is the Iceland High was going under.
Yeah, the Greenland High was the Greenland High was blocking Lake Hudson Low from moving, because it itself didn't move. So finally, the Greenland High started to move, and then the Lake Hudson Low started to move as well, which thankfully for that, we are now experiencing temperatures upwards into the 50s and even 60s now in the forecast for the coming days and weeks.
Well, so thank God that Greenland High
finally moved away.
Finally moved away. Now, did it move back to Greenland?
No, the Greenland High was up in Greenland, which blocked the Lake Hudson Low and kept it near the Lake Hudson area.
Okay. So then, but which thing has the cold weather? The Greenland, right?
No,
not the Hudson Low is the cold weather.
Yeah, it's the cold origin.
Okay.
And then the high pressure, I think, brought the warmer temperatures. Because I remember in the UK that they had the temperatures upwards of into the 60s and 70s even. Because of the Greenland High. So, what happened there? And then the Greenland High is finally starting to move away, and the Lake Hudson Low is starting to finally move away.
Now I'm trying to think. Now is Greenland farther? Greenland's a lot farther up.
Yeah, it's farther northeast from Lake Hudson.
Right. So you would think that Greenland would be normally colder all the time, right?
Yeah, but the Greenland High lately has been bringing the warmer temperatures. And then obviously Lake Hudson Low is bringing colder temperatures to the Midwestern area and throughout most of Canada.
Well, I'm glad you're into weather because it confuses me.
Yeah. Yeah. Ay. So, yeah. So we will be So we will be kind of like tracking that, and obviously we will be enjoying this spring weather probably up until summer when it gets even hotter.
I hope we enjoy this spring weather until winter.
Yeah, it feels really nice outside right now.
Yes, it does.
And that's why we're doing the range test. We were planning to do the range test today. But hey, we still got plenty of days ahead, so.
Yeah. Yep, we'll have to give it more of a try. And
be extra prepared.
yeah, because if that range test or that system doesn't work well enough, then we're going to have to definitely think about going some other route.
Yeah, we'll figure out something.
But it is sure a lot of fun playing with this stuff.
It is a lot. It's just we need to kind of decrease some of the wires needed.
Yep. Exactly.
We'll probably have to put that in a box too.
Maybe we'll have to start going new age and use a cell phone to do all this stuff. We tried. Oh, and we set up a little GPS on our cell phone so we know how far away we are.
Yeah, just to verify the distance, and obviously along the way. By the way, the benchmarks for the range test there is that the wireless transmitter is actually advertised to go up to 200 meters. I'm not sure if they meant that line of sight or under ideal conditions. But back in February, let's see if I can probably get the footage all loaded up. But we did a test on that. Just allow me to do something for a sec. We did a test on that where it was literally line of sight, like probably out that window over there, and it was giving excellent picture. Like you were good 100 meters away probably.
Yeah, we're probably
Google Earth estimated at around 150 meters, 165-ish meters, but it was pretty darn far.
150 meters, it was like over 400 feet away.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty good, and that was just going through the window. So we were going to do a range test with the computer system outside to see how far we could receive the data from, or receive the video from. But that's when our GoPro battery was dead.
The GoPro battery died. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, hopefully you can hear me now, but I'm just adjusting the video sources now to, so you can see, what it looks like. I know what video file, like where it came from. I just have to adjust it around, just to see what video file it was, because some video files I have do not display a thumbnail. So that's kind of complicating things. I don't know. We'll be right back, just to see. We'll be right back so we can see what video file it is. Well, I mean, trying to look for the footage really quickly is a bit of a challenge. So I'll put this in the editing right now, and so. I probably would have paused this in the editing, which I will do right now.
Alright, now it's recording. I know we got
Okay. Time to catch me a crappie.
Okay, so you probably viewed the footage, and what it was is that we just had some really good signals coming through a line of sight, or near line of sight. So yeah, that's probably capability, probably 200 meters line of sight. But regardless, I'm thinking about developing like a little antenna inspired by a video for a Wi-Fi gun, which is to pick up signals from far away. So what I'm thinking is that it could, since ours run on the same on a Wi-Fi, like on a frequency that's similar that shares with Wi-Fi, we could probably extend the range that way. Only downfall is that we could pick up other signals that could interfere with ours, that could also happen to be on the 5.8 gigahertz band, and we would probably end up getting co-channel interference.
We don't really have too many 5.8 gigahertz band stuff here, do we?
Well, Wi-Fi wise, but we don't know what, like, backup cameras and whatnot, but you never know. But because we're operating on the 5.8 gigahertz band, so we could probably be free flowing and be fine.
Did we ever mention that when we were driving? He had the the receiver on his computer, and we were driving down the road.
2.4 gigahertz, by the way, not 5.8, and we managed to find something.
Yeah, all of a sudden we're driving by some trucking station, and next thing you know, he saw a backup camera from a truck. Well, we figured it was a truck. It could have been a car. But
could have been a truck, could have been a car. And it was a pretty strong signal, too. Like, I mean, it was, like, quite a bit of noise and whatnot. So, but it was still intelligible of what it was. Like, the color came in well. So it still came in pretty well. And so that's kind of an interesting story about that.
Yeah, it is interesting, all the different signals that are out there. Well, anyway.
That's about a wrap.
That is a wrap.
About a wrap on here on the Grandpa Joe Show. I am Dominic Brosh.
And I'm Grandpa Joel.
There's no Joe Walensky, but we will all see you on episode 9 coming up in a couple of weeks. Good night and God bless.
God bless you.